What was your motivation to play? What instruments do you play and why? What influences helped your involvement in music, at least to shape them? Who inspired your interest in music? Nationally known artists? Or was it local musicians and artists? What have been your personal experiences with music since your beginnings? How has your perspective changed over the years? Do you consider yourself as having natural talent or a gift? How would you evaluate your relationships with your peers?
Yeah, I started playing saxophone I started playing in bands in 1956 and covered over probably 58 years of playing in bands, non-stop, and it's something that I really enjoy. I consider it a hobby. Playing a saxophone is all about intonation, and you can hit all the right keys and hit all the right notes, but it's not a fixed pitch instrument. You have to form each note with your embouchure, and I just love the saxophone because it's a very expressive instrument, and that's the hard part. And it takes years to develop that. It's like a voice. It's like I say, it's not a fixed pitch instrument. You have to hit the right keys, of course, but then it's all in the embouchure in your mouth, and that takes time to develop that. I never took any lessons, so I self-taught. Well, yeah, several saxophone players like Boots Randolph, Ace Cannon, Clarence Clemens from the Bruce Springsteen band. And of course my era was the late 50s, early 60s when saxophone was in almost every song. And it's just an instrument that I really enjoy playing because I can put feeling into it. There's one musician, my dad used to own Lakeside Tavern down at Conneaut Harbor, and he had a band that came in from Youngstown every Thursday, and it was Jimmy Ament and his orchestra, and I just admired the way this man played the saxophone, and I wanted to be like him. I wanted to play like him. It's just something that's been a big enjoyment in my life. Oh yeah, it's like I say, it's a challenging instrument. It takes some work and it takes some time to develop the skill to play it. I listen to the song and I realize when I listen to it that I can duplicate whatever that man's doing on that saxophone. Yeah, I used to practice a lot, not scales and stuff like that, but learning songs. I'd play a record and try to duplicate what I heard on that record or tape. It must be a natural talent and a gift because I've never took any lessons and I never learned how to read music. I play strictly by ear. Yeah, when I first started playing in bands, I was still in high school in my senior year, and I got together with a couple friends, Ricky Rio and Johnny Groger, and we put a little band together and we played around schools and stuff. And then from there I met Eddie Fiala, Roger Arklin. We put a band together. We played the old standards. We played polkas, waltzes. And then I got together with Dick Kerner, Larry Lauer, and we put a band together with Jimmy Fedor. And we played barn dances, we played baseball fields, we played drive-in theaters, we played ferry boats, we played all over. Yeah, the first place I ever played in Conneaut was the old pavilion down the harbor. And I played there with Jimmy Fedor. And of course Jimmy was strictly country, so he wanted us to wear cowboy hats in the pavilion. I told him, no, I can't do that. I have a reputation in Conneaut and I don't want my friends making fun of me. Other than that, yeah, I've played the Conneaut Eagles, I played the Legion. Not too many places around Conneaut to play, but those two places. The next band I think was Lyle Thompson and Chaparrals. It was a country band. Probably the first time I ever played country music because they don't use sax much in country music, but I developed an interest in that. And then I went with Jack Burfield for a while. We had a band called the Polka Kings. We played polkas, Slovenian waltzes, the old standards. And then for a long time I was with the Bob Bilicic Orchestra. And of course he played Slovenian waltzes and polkas and the old standards. He had a quarter vox. And I was with him for probably about 7 years. And then while I was with him, I seen an ad in the Classifieds for a band, for a saxophone player. My wife called and to see what it was all about, and they said it was a band called Looking Good. Well, I'd never heard of this band, but I figured I'd go for the audition. I went to the audition and it just clicked. It just clicked. It was exactly the kind of music I've been wanting to play all these years, and this band lasted probably a good at least 7, 8 years. One of the best bands I was ever in. Fantastic band. We were playing 4 and 5 nights a week. The Gold Fox, the Pirates Alley, the Pit Stop, even Pat's Fireside here in Conneaut. These were all 4 and 5 nights a week. Of course, I was a lot younger then. I had a little more energy. So yeah, I was making good money back then. Now you're lucky if you get 1 night a week, maybe 2 at the most. Yeah, when I first started playing with Looking Good Band, Gene Dietrich was the bass player. We practiced in his basement. And then he was replaced by Tom Gwilt, another good bass player. Lance's wife, Debbie, fantastic bass player. The bass player we're using right now is called Bob Pasqualone. He's from down around Chardon. And yeah, there's almost too many to mention. Steve Barbato's brother, who used to be a bass player, his name was Dave Barbato, and he was in the Heaters band, which is now Ernest T. So yeah, every band I've been in has had a bass player. Yes, there's a camaraderie amongst musicians, and we all know each other, we all respect each other for our talents, and we're all friends. I think after I left that band, I think I was with Matt Carducci for 2 or 3 years, and of course we played all the old standards, and that was for a while. And then I got in a band with it was the Heaters at the time. It's now called the Ernest T Band, and Steve Barbato and Steve Tobias, and I was with them for a while. We started doing some soul music, which they didn't have before because they needed the saxophone. I was with a band with Gary Zalamini for a while called the Originals. That was very short-lived. Then after that, I got in touch with a band out of Erie called the Contels. It was a doo-wop band. For several years, and not only played the sax, but I did a lot of backup doo-wop singing. And then I got in a band called the first version of Saxapil. That was kind of my band, and we had several versions of that, and we're over several years. We had some girl dancers, choreographed, and everything, and that was a lot of fun. And the band I'm currently in is called Me and My Gang, with Mike Pack, Tom Hook, Bob Pasqualone, and that's the band I'm currently playing in now. We play all the local clubs. In summertime, we play Geneva on the Lake all summer. And like I say, it's a hobby with me, and it's something I enjoy doing, and I'm going to do it as long as I'm able to. Yeah, right now, the band I'm playing in, we play all the local, we call them the animal clubs, the VFW, the Eagles, the Legion, the Vets, all those clubs. And over the years, as I drive around the area, I can tell you I've played in that place, I've played in that place, all the different halls. When I was with Billisip, we did a lot of wedding receptions in the different halls. So there's not too many places I haven't played in this area over 58 years. Even Looking Good, we started out as a 50s, 60s band, and then we developed into top 40 and started doing a lot of top 40 tunes, and expanded my interest in music, realizing I could do this stuff too. And it was fun. I just enjoyed it. And there's a lot of talent, and maybe there's some competition amongst musicians. I don't know. I never felt that, but yeah, I think we all respect each other for our talent. Well, Bobby Ross in Looking Good, one of the best drummers I've ever heard. Lance Drew, terrific keyboard player. Terry Markwell, fantastic lead singer. You know, and like I said, there's a lot of talent out there, and I enjoy playing with these musicians. Yeah, we played all over Erie, several clubs in Erie, and even I remember a club in New York State. And we did a little bit of traveling, not a lot, but we did some traveling. Well, there were a few versions. The one version we had Jerry Kubicek on drums. He not only played drums, he also sang, and he was in the band with me and Lance and Bobby Ross and Debbie and my wife Tammy, and that was a good band. Jerry has passed on since then, but he was an excellent musician also. Yeah, people just don't go out as much as they used to. A lot of it's because of the DUI laws. Some of it's because there's so much home entertainment that people just don't go out like they used to. Oh, geez, there was Muggs at the Hop, and we fit right in there because it was 50s, 60s type music that they wanted. And I think there was one called The Players, I think, yeah. And I think we even played one of the motels, downtown motels. Holiday Inn, that's what it was, yeah. Yeah, those are the ones I can remember.